guys, we're Lifther Fitness, Madalena and Sophia. If you're new here, we are a health and wellness brand that focuses on reaching your fitness goals in non-restrictive ways.
If you're new to our channel, then we release tons of different types of videos, sometimes workouts with us, lots of discussion videos like the one we're going to do today, and just life topics related to health and nutrition and all of that stuff.
Okay, so today we are going to be talking about 4 things that we wish we knew before we started our fitness journeys.
Pretty valuable things that took years, I would say, to really fully understand. So take in every single one of these points because they're definitely really valuable to know and get a grasp of. Okay, so we'll go right into it. Number 1, first thing that we wish we knew before we started our fitness journeys was that 3 to 4 workout sessions per week, solid ones, are better than 5 to 7 half-ass ones. So it doesn't mean that you can't work out 5 times a week or those can't be great, but if you had to pick, a lot of the times when it comes to fitness and leading a healthy lifestyle, people think it's all or nothing and that more is always better. With your workouts, if you're putting in 100% every session for 5 to 6 times a week, then go for it. Never recommend 7, by the way. But more often than not, it's actually a lot better and quality over quantity, right guys? So if you can put in that 100% 3 to 4 times per week and you're giving those workouts your all, you're fine. That is way better than going in 5 to 6 times per week and putting in half the effort because you're not giving yourself enough rest, or you're forcing yourself to go in that much because you think that that's just what you need to do.
And also on that note of rest too, we always preach strength training 100%, or prioritizing strength training, and those rest days are super crucial to muscle growth. So you're actually working against yourself and your muscle growth goals if you don't give yourself the rest that your body needs in order to recover and repair.
Exactly. The point is that more is not always better. Sometimes less is more, and again, I'm going to say it one more time, quality over quantity. So if that's 5 sessions that are high quality, then great, but 4 sessions high quality versus 6 not so great ones, I'm choosing the 4.
Also, I think that there's a misconception about what is like Soph was saying, what's right. And just because something fits somebody else's lifestyle, you might see scrolling through Instagram, somebody's hitting the gym 6 times a week, getting in those quality workouts, whatever it is. Don't compare your journey to other people's journeys. At the end of the day, your life is completely different, or the way that your life looks, your lifestyle is completely different than somebody else's. So remember that the only person you're in competition with is yourself at the end of the day. So the second thing, and this is definitely super important, we've both been through this, I'm sure many other women have been through this too, being afraid to fuel your body, and specifically thinking that you have to cut out carbs. Carbs do play a very important role in your energy and again recovery too. So
sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt you, but not even cut out carbs completely, which is often what people think, but even just low carbs, that a high carb diet is bad. Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of fad diets, right away the first thing they attack are carbs, but they're just a macronutrient. There's nothing wrong with them. Don't be scared to eat carbs, and just fueling your body again in general. Your goals, your personal goals, your personal calorie consumption are so unique to you. So again, like with the other point, just because you see somebody else doing something, it doesn't mean that it's right for you and your needs. So it really does come down to a lot of trial and error when it comes to your nutrition and your food consumption. So just don't be afraid to fuel your body, please. It's so important.
Okay, so number 3 is, and this one speaks specifically to the goal of when you're trying to put on muscle mass in a certain area, is that long rest times during a workout are extremely effective. So contrary to what you usually see or are taught to believe, is the more out of breath you are by the end of a workout or throughout the workout, the better it is. But that's not always the case. When you're trying to grow muscle mass, a lot of what contributes to actually putting on mass is training till failure. So pushing as much weight as you can, or really pushing your body to its limits. And in order to train to failure, you need to be giving each set your all. So for instance, if I'm trying to grow my glutes, which I am, and one of the exercises where I try to push a lot of weight are my hip thrusts, heavy hip thrusts. In between hip thrust sets, I'll be resting for like 3 to 5 minutes on average, because I want to go into the next set giving it my all, able to push that weight up. If I'm not giving my body enough time to rest in between, like 30 seconds to a minute and a half or whatever it may be, my next set will be like half of what I could actually do. So it is really important to, again, it's very dependent on the type of workout you're doing. Obviously, if you're doing a cardio HIIT style, then of course, like shorter rest times, there's different purposes. But again, if your goal is to put on muscle, then do not neglect taking your rests.
So the fourth and final thing that we wish we had known before we started our fitness journeys was that your progress will not be linear. Like, do not go into it with that expectation, because we promise you it will not be. We always say, and this is a fact, your fitness journey should be it is a long-term journey. You should have long-term goals. And with that comes the understanding that it's not always going to look perfect, and that's okay, because when you're looking at the bigger picture, a little hiccup here or there, or like maybe like you're progressing really well and then like slows down a bit, it's actually okay. Like, don't stress out about it. It's normal. Even with our current clients, like time of month, extra carb consumption, whatever it is, like just because those like numbers that you're trying to hit or whatever it is aren't always going up or down or whatever it is, they're not supposed to, they won't. So remember, bigger picture, and when you have those long-term goals, like I said, it's that long-term consistency that is going to make the difference.
And even just to add to that, like your progress in the gym will not be linear, right? Perfect example, like you're not gonna be increasing the weight every single workout, let's just say, right? If that's your goal, to like obviously up the weight and grow muscle mass in a certain area, like it's not that consistently you're gonna see an upward trend. Like there are weeks where your energy is lacking, or you, especially if you're female, like she said, like your hormones, your time of month, and what time of month you're at, like that plays a huge role in your energy levels as well. Overall, in any area really, like your nutrition, your exercise, it's not linear ever. Like you're human. As long as you're human, like you can expect things to sometimes stay static, or maybe you even regress a little bit sometimes, but as she put it perfectly, like it's the bigger picture. So yeah.
And we're gonna add in a little bonus point, a fifth, and that is just to enjoy the journey. Honestly, I think that's something we did understand like pretty quickly, because it is enjoyable, so it's hard to not enjoy it. But a lot of the time people focus on like
the destination.
A destination, exactly. And like, to be honest, with fitness too, that destination is not going to stay the same. Like your goals will change too, but it's just enjoying the process and enjoying the journey, and makes it all way more worth it. And then it makes also understanding the rest of the points that we've talked about so much more, like it makes more sense when you look at it that way too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the journey is the destination. We always say that. Also, like she said, it'll always change. Like you will never be 100% satisfied. We're all human beings. What we want changes as we change, and there will never come a point where you'll be like, okay, like there's always something to improve on, because nothing will ever be 100% perfect. So just enjoy it.
So thank you all for watching this video. Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed. We'd also love to hear any like future topics that you'd like to hear from us or like us to cover, so drop a comment with your suggestions below.